Oh.
I don't know what to say this or not, and I want to upset Red, but I've got this feeling in my heart that buzzing that somebody's around you.
Listen, I'm like that too, Illusion. I'm like, I'll hear or see, do different little things, and I will measure it up to some secretive message from somewhere.
But yeah, I just got this really deep feeling because, like, I've been listening to like when it goes like a little higher or lower, and it's like I've got goosebumps.
No, it's not for you, Fox. It's for me. Every time I open a can, the cat goes fucking nuts because she thinks it's wet food for her, but it's not. No,
Oh,
you're
yes.
People.
Morning.
Good morning, JD. How have you been, JD, love?
I can't complain, I guess. I went back to bed this morning. It was just a little too much.
I just miss my friend. I miss him.
Cat, fuck off. Sorry, guys.
We all did, Red. I'm so sorry. I wish I had something I could say, but in my mind, I'm giving you the world's biggest hug.
I want to give him shit. It sounds weird, but I want to give him shit. He was so quiet the last week. I wish he would have said something. I wish I would have said something.
And that's common, Red. That's common. We all wish when we lose someone we dearly care about, that we just had that one more moment where we could have gave them shit for doing something.
Are you off work today, Red?
Yeah, I wasn't feeling good yesterday, and I woke up still not feeling good, and with all of this going on, I was like, I'm not going in. I don't want to make anybody sick. I have a bit of a fever, and on top of that, with all of this stuff going on, I just didn't think it was a good idea.
Yeah. Well, today, just treat yourself extra kind, okay? Be good to my friends. Have bath, have some self-care, okay? Is that too much of me to ask? Can you look after yourself? If I was there, I'd look after you, but I'm not.
I was looking through her messages. And like, he would always tell me he loved me. He's like, he'd say, "I'm sorry, Mom." You know, like if I was like, if he messaged, I'm like, "Sorry, I didn't respond." You know, I was working or I was tired or I'm not feeling good or whatever. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry for bugging you, Mom." And I'm like, "It's okay. No, like, quit apologizing." And he would just, the last few messages, he was just like, "I'm scared." And like, I tried to make it where it was like, it's okay to be scared. I would try to get him to focus and just be like, it's okay, you're gonna make it, you're a fighter and you're strong. And
Just true. He was stronger than all of us. You know, he fought very hard, and it's sad, but at least he's not in pain anymore. And like everybody said, he's up there fishing. Hopefully the fish are biting. You know, I'm not very good with words. I'm sorry.
no, that was good. I hope he's fishing too. And I'm glad he doesn't have to have any more of those damn pick lines. Whether he has to be poked and prodded, or go through any more tests, or have any more blood transfusions, or be tired. I'm glad that like, he doesn't have to deal with any of that anymore, you know? Like, he doesn't. Yeah, he's with his grandfather.
The only thing we can take hope and love in is that, you know, when he left this world, he left in peace and he was completely healed from everything that he's been gone through.
He didn't want to go. He didn't want to go. He wanted to be there for his sister. He wanted to live. And when I asked him like what he saw, like if he was to live, what he'd want to do, he didn't know anymore. He knew he wanted to travel. He said he wanted to travel. He wanted to meet so many of the people that he had met on here. If given the chance, so he would have done that. It would break my heart when we would be talking about that, because we try to talk about like what the future would look like. He couldn't go into depth about that because I think he just knew. He knew
Well,
all.
yes, he knew more than we did, right? And that's the reality of it. You know, we're here and we're trying to let him be hopeful for the best when he just tried his hardest to not let other people see that, no, in reality, it's not going to be better, because he knew more than any of us.
Yeah.
You know, but he let us say these things because it made us feel better and hopeful for him.
Yeah.
But he was tired. He was tired, and he fought so long, he fought so hard, and every day, like you said, like, you know, his responses were like, how are you doing? And he's just like, I'm living. That's it. That's
I told him if he went into hospice that maybe he'll get like you know, he'll be taken care of and stuff, and that they'll help him with like all of his needs, like bathing and stuff like that. And like maybe he'll get like a cute nurse. He's like, with my luck in life, I'm gonna get the ugliest, biggest one out there.
fucking right.
Like,
Yep.
and I'm like, no, you gotta look at it positive. Well, and then he's like, well, the nurse I had today, she was cute. So, he would, you know, like he would, we could laugh about it, but at the same time, he knew, like he knew what was going on. So I'm glad that we were at least able to laugh about that and find humor in those dark times, in those darker moments. We were able to. And he loved it. He loved coming in here. He loved doses.
I think, and maybe this is wrong for me to say, I think he came in looking for a community and he found a room full of moms to love him. That's
Yeah.
what I think. And maybe that's wrong for me to say, but I know that I was always mothering him and you and all of us. So, like, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm not great with words and I don't want to seem like I'm being insensitive at all. I mean, I've literally been crying all day yesterday and today, so.
I was laughing, thinking about the times of being alive full of all of us ladies, and we'd be talking about things that would be very uncomfortable. You could see it.
Yeah, we make it awkward and weird, for sure.
Yeah. Like, I don't need to know that.
Yeah, it wasn't enough to scare him. He kept on coming back anyway.
Right?
You
Or
know,
when he would get angry because we take over his lives.
he loved it.
I know, but he'd still get angry because he's like, you guys won't even let me speak.
If it was serious.
And it was never serious, though. Then it would be his turn to speak, and all he would generally do is show us some random meme or something like that. If it was serious, he would speak up. He had no problem exercising his voice when he was needing to say what he needed to say.
Does anybody have any of his, like, memes? Like, took any of the images? I don't know.
Possibly might be able to get some of them.
Yeah, I thought it'd be kind of funny to have the food memes. I don't know. I like I said, I'm not the best.
Or he, like, because the same way he'd go live and he'd listen while he was playing video games just so he didn't have to be alone.
Yep, exactly. And every single time, like I said, every single time someone says Dylan and I think of Dylan or the picture of Dylan comes in my head, it's literally from the side angle with his head looking up at his video game. That's the image I get of Dylan.
I like his facial expressions. That kid could say so much without saying anything at all.
Yeah, he had a good side eye for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, Kat, the stealing fan, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say that we got lovely images of the roof quite a bit too. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Roger. The gross food memes. For some reason, I'm like, does anybody want to have those? I don't know. Weird.
I keep going back to the one where he's got the red cape on and he's flying out of his hospital room.
Yep,
And the thing
definitely.
is, like, I apologize for earlier. Like, I do apologize for earlier. And I do think it's justifiable that people are upset at the things that have been said because it was wrong. It was absolutely wrong, the things that were said and the things that have been done to that young man. And people have the right to say what they want to say. I think right now for me personally, it's always so dark and so sad. I don't want to darken it anymore with any of the toxic shit that could come out of it by those type of people. You know what I mean? So I'm just.
I get that, and we all know people grieve differently, and
Yeah.
people have anger, and they're pointing it in places that they think it needs to be pointed. And I'm not gonna tell them they're wrong for that, but sometimes you need to leave the room and let them have their anger, right? And protect yourself if you don't want to hear it.
Yep.
So, I mean,
I
that's
agree.
the adult in us, right? I know, like, I have moments where, like, yesterday, like, I just left. It was just like, I don't want to hear what this person's saying. I don't like what's, like, we have that right.
Yeah, emotions are definitely high. And this morning, I mean, things started off well, and took that one spark to set everything, off when emotions are so high. And people just let it out. People just let it out, and that happens in grief.
Just
We just need to remember that these people that are saying awful things or trying to watch, those are gross people. That's gross energy, and it's just letting us know who to stay away from. I don't know. And that they have to live with the karma of putting that bad energy out there.
Oh, pussy. You saved it for JD?
Okay, well, come up here and yell at me, Pissy. It's okay. I can take
Get it
it.
off.
I
Get it
think for me
off.
too, the part of it is if I start yelling, I'm not gonna stop because like I know where my emotions are right now. So if I start yelling and I get angry, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Like it's gonna be mama bear bad. And I don't want to do that right now.
If you need to yell at somebody, you're more than welcome to yell at me. I'll take it.
Sometimes, yeah, but sometimes it just needs to be let out, though. There's no point in.
No, I was saying I don't want to yell right now, though, just because if I start yelling, it's gonna get unhinged kind of yelling. Just where I'm at right now, it's my emotions are like I would be
like
myself.
everybody knows that in my lives, I don't like the yelling, people going crazy, nuts on it. You know what I mean? That's just not. This morning was different. I wasn't about to stop anybody from letting it all out
Yeah.
because that's what they needed.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Kenny. Be a fly in your box right now.
Oh, you don't want to be in my box.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of carbs in this box. What the fuck? Illusion just bounces? What the fuck is this shit? The whole reason why I haven't went for a
look at
nap
that.
the last hour.
Illusion pulled to Kenny.
What the fuck? Oh
You
my
say
god.
goodbye. It should just fucking drop. Done. Poor thing.
No, I've been wanting to go for a nap since, 12? And she's like bugging me.
She's
And
been
then there
baked
she-
as fuck because of you, and I think she's overdone. Like, she's been in the oven too long. She baked as, like, she's, like, crispy baked.
Oh, she took my spot, did she?
Holy.
It's hard to replace me. I know.
Yeah, she can't keep up. She's in trees and fucking everything else.
Kenny,
She's
every
fucking
single
like,
time you were
relax.
saying, I'm going to go take a nap, she's like, come on, Kenny, let's just do another one. And then
Yeah.
you go, and she
Yeah,
do it.
that solution for you. Yeah, gets all stoned, can't take my nap, gets me all fucked up, and then just boots.
Fuck, you dropped
Gone.
something.
She's gonna come back with a phone call excuse or some lame shit like that, like they always do.
She already wrote it in the chat that she had a phone call. You're so psychic when you're baked.
I know, I feel intelligent sometimes, actually. When I get really stoned, I go off. But then sometimes I feel like when I get tired and stoned, then I can't put everything together like I've been the last couple hours.
I still think the funniest lives I've come across, and like just privately watching some of the interviews, was like about a week and a half ago, and it was Pumper and Kenny and Alive, and they were both stoned out of their fucking trees trying to talk about QAnon. And it was the funniest thing I'd ever, like, I sat there for a good 20 minutes listening to Kenny trying to explain Pizzagate and like JFK and all of that stuff. It was so funny.
Well, it wasn't pretty here either earlier. King Unicorn was here telling a story. Fucking all of us were lost, but Kenny and Illusion up in the boxes? Holy bejesus. Right gone.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I've been feeling like that all morning, all last night, half the day yesterday.
Maybe bad advice, but sometimes I just feel better after I throw up. Just like let it go.
I threw up like 4 times yesterday.
Oh, it didn't help? Oh.
No.
Do you have any ginger ale?
I was at work. I was in the middle of like dealing with customers, and I started getting a headache, and then my stomach wasn't so well, and then I was in the middle of dealing with a customer and thought I was gonna like projectile vomit, so I went off to the side, tried to take a breather, drank some water, and it just kept getting worse. So that's when I decided to go home, and that's actually when I texted Dylan. I didn't know. Like, I had no idea that he had passed, and I texted him, and it was so weird because it was like somebody had read the messages, right? So I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I was like, oh, okay, he read the messages. He must be busy, right? Something must be going on. And then I checked. I got out of the pharmacy and I checked my other messages, and that's when I found out he had passed. But I'm like, how can he be gone if he's reading my messages? Like, I'm so confused right now. I'm so confused. And I came into the live and
Yeah.
yeah.
So you have your plan to you're going live on Sunday, right? It's gonna be on your thing.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have it on. I think we'll do it with mine because I have quite a few people blocked. Quite a
Do you
few
need
people.
mods?
I will need mods. Yeah.
Would you add me as a mod? I'm not. I
Yeah.
don't usually like
Yeah.
modding, but I'm pretty level-headed.
She's not
so
great at it, but I trained her the best I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that you're really done fucked up if I pick you.
And that's
I'll
because I
definitely-
forced her. She didn't even want to be a mob, but I fucking forced her to.
For right now, I'm thinking probably sometime in the afternoon, but I don't know because because of the time changes all across Canada, and I know like we should try to get it within a time frame that everybody will be able to be there, those that want to be there. So maybe a little bit later in the day. I don't know. We'll figure that out in the next like 24 hours.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, I'm the one in the earliest time zone, so like, whatever time you guys make it, I'll make sure I'll get there.
And hopefully we hear back from the family and just see what their plans are for time frames for things too, so that I don't see it being on a Sunday.
Danielle. Hey, Danielle.
We definitely need to wait for David after church.
Yeah. I hope he
David
sends
needs
up
to
lots of
go.
prayers for us all.
Yeah, he needs to go commit his sins. Not commit them, but admit to his sins.
Reset him.
Yeah,
Reset his sins.
exactly.
It
Reset.
was in Danielle's live that I first ever saw Dylan. And the facial expressions that that kid made, because it was in the middle of absolute chaos, and he was not accustomed to our algorithm at all, and he just jumped right into the lion's den, like, let's go, let's do this. And you can see his facial expressions and his eyes trying to like figure things out, and it was so comical to watch. People warned him, this isn't the algorithm. You might not want to be here. You might want to leave, because once you're here, you can never go. Hotel California type vibes, but he stayed.
No, it's not okay. So you're not going to pray for me on Sunday,
Oh,
David? I'm sorry.
you just gotta do it yourself there, JD.
Oh, well, then I'm definitely screwed. I'll tell you that the only time I spent praying was the time I was spending in the hospital, and it was not a lot of kind words. So I don't know if I'm in the good graces.
Oh, Wanta, illusion's back. Oh, Kenny didn't even drop this time. He's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna mute you guys.
Oh, look.
I pray for your automaxosis, for sure.
Red, I just talked to my daughter, and yes, I was on the
Yeah.
phone, Kenny. She says there's one in London called Paws United.
Okay.
It's they remove animals from the pound and the kill shelters, and
Okay.
it's strictly volunteer, so they have foster homes.
Oh
The
wow.
dogs are not in kennels in a building. They go from, if they pick them up at the pound, if they need any health, they go to the vet, they pay for that, and then they put them into foster homes until they have a permanent home.
That would be absolutely perfect. If you can send me the name of that, and then I'll try to
Sure.
contact this
Okay.
week and see about that, because I think that would be, he would love that.
Yeah.
He would love
Okay.
that.
Yeah, she said it's like one of the only ones like that she's aware of that doesn't have like kennels.
Yeah.
So the dogs are not like just stuck in cages for adoption. They're actually with a family until they
Oh,
get
wow.
placed.
Yeah, no, Dylan would absolutely 100% love that.
Okay, I'll send that off to you.
And like I said, when I mentioned it to his mom was like 1,000% Dylan would be honored to have something like that done in his
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Oh, you spoke with his mom?
yes, I've spoken to the family, and they're just starting to work out the details now. So as they figure it out, they'll let me know. And then I kind of told her what we're doing and what we're thinking of doing, and she agrees that with donating for dogs would be a great idea, especially because of his love for dogs. And I made sure to tell her that he had friends all over Canada, all over this nation, all over this world, all the way to Australia. He was very well loved, and he'll be very much loved.
That's good. She's not like, oh, there's a bunch of weirdos on the internet then.
No,
That's good.
I think it was slightly awkward at first. Like I didn't want to ask her too many. Like I didn't want to bombard her with a bunch of questions, especially today because she's just starting to sort out the details. But like if from my end it felt awkward, and I said that, I'm like I can just imagine this must be a little bit weird for you. But and I explained like I became friends with Dylan. We've been friends over 2 years, and just through his journey and stuff like that. And so they really loved and appreciated her son, and that he was really loved and appreciated by many, by so many. And that he was one of the most unique, stubborn old souls that I'd ever met. And yeah, she agreed. She was like, he was very funny and very outgoing in that sense. And she agreed, stubborn. So
Has anyone heard from Mama Laura?
Oh yeah, Mishi. Mishi, have you heard anything, hon? I know Mishi spoke with Mama Laura, so.
Yeah.
what I do know is that in our algorithm, 2 for 2 May long weekend does not seem to be our algorithm's weekend.
Yeah,
I was
that's true.
thinking that before. I was like, but is that taste to say that? Like, maybe we should just be cautious on the long weekends?
I think next one, because I don't want to make it, bad luck always comes in threes. I don't want to make it 3 for 3. So
Okay, good guys. Mishi says she's resting. She's doing well. Danielle talked to her.
I missed whatever is going on. Is what happened? Or are we not saying it here?
No, it was brought up and it was mentioned here what happened. That she had, I guess, she had fainted, passed out, lost consciousness, and Beaver all the way from Alberta was the one that called the ambulance for her, and that they thought that maybe she had a stroke, so they did a CT scan, and that she was dehydrated, and apparently gave her a couple bags of IV, and then yeah, that she was home at that point resting. So
Okay.
yeah, something about migraines too. She gets really, really bad migraines. I know that.
yeah.
I'll keep her in my thoughts. I don't want to upset anybody. I just didn't know and didn't want to feel awkward in the conversation or say something wrong.
No. I'm one of those people that, even in my own situation, it's just like I've always worried about how other people feel about something that bad's happened. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel the stress of people. I feel the pain, the hurt, especially with Mama Laura, because she's been the caregiver for both her parents and now this and stuff, and the exhaustion and just like me, just like I don't know. For me, it's just like the empathy, because I've been there and I've and I know how. I don't know. It's just she's and I know she's tough, and I know she's a tough old bird. It's Mama Laura. She's going to be fine. You know what I mean? But still, it's just even if it's just that one point where you just give up for a second because you're just so tired and exhausted from everything that's going on, and it's just that hurts. Like that hurts. Keep that on.
Yeah. And she has taken on a whole lot over the past little while. So she's a very strong woman.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop for a little bit. I'm going to take the dogs outside and I'm going to rest my eyes and then hopefully my stomach settles down.
All right, Red. Thank you.
Take care, Red.
I'll be back in a little bit. I hope you guys are all okay. I love you. Thank you.
Take care of yourself. Get some ginger ale if you can.
And he's probably cry. Kenny fucking fell into the freezer getting that last drumstick on the bottom. You fucking, like, seriously.
No, I'm here.
Yeah.
And someone. No.
Look at you with your buck 49 or 59 there, Kenny. How are you doing for coins this morning?
Oh, you know, just working on 7-Eleven.
Listen, JD, he was here all morning. Okay, since the time that I started this live, just gold digging away. Just gold digging, asking him the color of fucking credit cards and everything.
Yeah. Kenny's live
Really?
won't be. How old are you before he brings people up? And what color is your credit card?
Mine's platinum. Am I allowed to?
Ooh.
I don't know the names
Ooh,
of them.
there's
Is that the black one or the gold one? Those are the only two colors I accept.
Oh, platinum is higher than gold, so.
Oh.
Oh.
See, I'm not a real gold digger here. I didn't know that.
Just teasing. He's like, what's your credit score?
Is platinum the highest one then? I always thought it was gold and black.
No, I think it's black, platinum, gold, I believe.
Titanium too.
Oh. So
I
black
think
is
that
the
was brought
highest.
up. I think King Unicorn said 350, and I'm like, is that your credit score? Because Kenny needs to know.
And if so, no, it's not good enough. Stay down there.
That's what just happened to me.
Better be fucking good.
It was good. I went to the bakery to Cobb's to go get some fresh bread, and the lady that I've been getting to know, you know, because you know when you get to know a place, like they just opened recently, like within the last like year or so. And she said to me, how come you're in sunglasses? Because it's not that bright out today. And the truth is because my eyes are really dark right now. Like you can tell I've been crying, you know? So I told her I had a friend that, you know, and so she gave me a scone free on the house. And then it turns out it's my half birthday. So I got some pastries too.
Aw.
That was nice.
Carb. Yeah, free carbs.
She tried to cheer me up. It was very sweet.
Poor JD next to you is like, fuck, she's getting free carbs. She's like, I gotta pay for them and I still can't have them.
I love Cobb's, and I love that they feed the local community. That's why I go there.
Ooh.
Yeah, they give
your
all their
area, Roger, like your area in Alberta or your area like in Newfoundland. It's gotta be.
Oh God, it's so big.
You gotta be Pacific. Pacific.
But I love Cubs because they give whatever they don't sell, they give it to hospice and to homeless shelters.
Nice.
I wish more companies did that instead of just throwing it out.
Oh my God. That was the one thing that I hated about Tim Hortons because I used to work the night shift and having to throw out all the food at the end of the night.
And rip it up.
Like, it just didn't make sense to me. I'm like, why? And they're like, well, we can't sell it. We can't give it away because they can still sue us if they get sick from our food or whatever. So I would have to just bag up all this food, throw it in the dumpster. And literally this one night that I was throwing garbage in the dumpster, there was already a guy in the dumpster looking for food. And I threw the garbage bag in on top of him. I didn't see him. He frightened the shit out of me. And I'm like, dude, listen, I legally cannot give it to you, but I said, I will put all baked goods in a separate garbage bag from the garbage. And I said, I will lay it on the side of the dumpster. I said, that's the best I could do. And he was just so thankful that every night he walked away with nothing but a bunch of Tim Hortons baked goods.
That's sweet of you. Most workers don't have enough balls to say no and do the right thing.
Alright, well, I think I'm gonna go.
Have a good nap, Kenny.
Kenny,
Yeah, like I'm really trying here, and I just
you
can't.
okay?
What?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just illusion got me all fucked up this morning.
Oh,
He tried to outdo me and he lost.
Yeah.
Oh, poor baby.
Yeah, she's
That's okay. A heavy hitter's here now.
starting to go a little
Playing at
bit.
me.
That's not fair. You're coming in halfway through.
Poor Lucian.
Yeah. And I'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
Enjoy your nap.
Okay, bye,
Bye.
Kenny.
Have a good day, Kenny.
You too.
Oh, okay, well, tomorrow we'll try. We'll start off foot, even ground.
Okay, we'll start off tomorrow morning. No, I can't tomorrow morning. I have to take my dog to the vet. I can't get high
There'll
tomorrow.
be a rematch.
Oh, is that
Okay.
why Kenny was on my ass
One of
this
these days.
morning? Kenny was like right on my ass this morning, like messaging me right before. He's like, "When you going live? Are you going live?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll go live soonish around 7:30." And then he's liking all my videos, making comments, and messaging me like, "I'm right here, bitch. Start a live." And I'm like, "Kenny, calm your fucking tits. Like, I'll start it when I start it."
That's funny.
Yeah, he just didn't want to puff alone.
Yep.
Because, if you're puffing alone, apparently you have a problem. So you go with strangers on the internet and puff with them.
Then it's not a problem. It's
No, not at all.
acceptable.
But God love it, he's been with me all morning since the fucking first minute that I started my live, and now he's gone for a nap. So he almost pulled a full-time shift.
Yeah, I actually went back and had a nap because I didn't really sleep that well last night. So my husband wanted to stay home for work, and like he hogged the whole bed this morning, and I was just like, "Yeah, of course you want to stay home. Are you sick?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Why do you want? I just don't want to go." I'm like, "Go to work."
Can you call Abby Cat up and tell her what to do? Because we miss her a little bit, and yeah, she's kind of refusing to kick her husband out. So just tell her what to do. Show her how to do it. Yeah.
Which is funny because like Abby's the one before. She's like, "If my husband was there, I'd still vacuum. I'd still do this." So it's kind of her inspiring me to have a backbone and be like, "No, I'm not going to pussyfoot around you all day. I want the bed."
She's probably there baking all these fucking baked goods, making him not want to leave. Of course he wants to stay. He's like, "The fuck? She's baking all this goodie stuff. I'm not going anywhere." Kat needs to get on the ball. Like she needs to come back here.
That's okay. She'll come back when she's ready.
No, she's got to stop making her family a priority. It's us first.
I think she has a real problem. Who does she think she is, putting her family above us?
That's it, right? Like, you get it, Steffi.
Everybody knows it's Jenny, family god.
Oh no, don't put me at the top. It's Doses first. She's Satan.
Oh, Doses Jenny. Sorry, Doses. That's right. Doses Jenny, family god.
Yeah. Stuff like that. Yeah.
I understand. Priorities.
I seen a meme the other day, but it was dark haired, but the character looked like this character, and said, "There's a special place in hell for me. It's a throne." I was just like, "Oh my god, if it was only blonde."
Nice. David, what's wrong, Big Daddy David?
Nah, I know. I was just about to say, what's wrong, Dave?
Again?
Oh!
Do you have flashback feelings or something? Like, not real
You
time?
got blocked? I'm sure we're all blocked.
Should we set him up with
our
this?
way to be blocked.
I have no idea. I guess I will know when I don't get as many messages in a day because, yeah, you're right.
You know what? Let's talk about that for a second. Whenever I asked, and I don't send, you guys have been on my list for a very long time. How often do I send you guys videos?
I don't think I've ever gotten a video. Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe like for the story, fine, I understand. But like beyond that, I don't really do that very often unless I know that it's a subject that we've either been talking about or I'm helping a friend promo something, an event or whatever, an idea, concept, whatever.
Yeah.
I've asked her not to send me her day-to-day videos. I said, if it's super important or it's for an event, obviously I will be happy to share it. But like, it was becoming a lot.
Yeah.
And I just was getting super overwhelmed by it. So I respectfully asked her to stop. How many times does somebody have to say it before it's actually respected?
Yeah, no, that was my video a couple months ago when she blocked me because Spotted was starting beef with me or whatever. And so Spotted, anyway, she blocked me and I was just like, oh, whatever will I do with all the free time that I have now not getting your videos? Yeah, no, it's like, it was a lot. It's definitely a lot of, yeah. Like, I get videos almost every morning from Roger, and it's always comical stuff, but that's just Roger.
But it's not Roger.
If I wasn't, if I was
Roger.
annoyed and I said, don't do that, Roger, he would stop. But it's just a comical thing. Like, it's just, I don't know. Just, yeah.
But that's what I was just about to say. Is it's not Roger's face talking into his camera
No.
for like 5.5 minutes, not saying anything, or old conversations that happened from 4 years ago.
Yeah. No, and I don't.
You know.
I don't think I send a lot of videos. Like, I share my life. That's about it. But there's not a lot that I send to anybody, and there's not a lot that anybody sends to me. I have always said that from day one. I'm not really into like DMs or private messages and stuff like that with anybody. Really hard.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just read Dose's message.
Yeah, I was
You know, I
just
don't
gonna
know
say
if
the same
he's
thing.
asking us to stop talking about the subject. But if so, then we will. I'm sorry. Is that how? Am I misreading that?
I think she wants us to take a pause on what we're on Sunday. Maybe
Oh.
I don't know.
I don't know. I wasn't sure if we were making her uncomfortable. I'm sorry, guys.
I just think because it says for Dylan.
On moving plans. Yeah, well, whatever you guys want to do, you know what I mean? Whatever feels right as a group, I'm you're not going to hurt my feelings or anything like that. I want to respect whatever the family. Okay. Yeah, no, I agree on that.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right, Justice. If when Red comes back, maybe somebody mentions it to her because she's been working on that.
Yeah, just let her know.
Yeah, Joseph's Red was here and she's been in contact with Dylan's mother, and they haven't really made a whole lot of plans or decisions yet on what they're just kind of doing this today. But we'll let Red know.
Yeah, Roger, I think that would be the best idea too, is maybe that we do this in private to discuss, especially with how people have been today.
I've mentioned that
Maybe I'm wrong.
That's kind of what I said too with Red. I was like, I'm really hoping, I'm hoping that Dylan at somewhere had made note of his last wishes of what he wanted. Because Red had mentioned that she thinks or believes the way that Dylan's mom had said something, that there's going to be a burial. Which of course, first thing I said, I'm like, well, that's not what he wanted. But yeah,
It's not. That's right. He said that. He said he didn't want that.
And I said that I know that right now there's some rift between the family and Blake, but if there's anybody that knows what he wanted, it would probably be Blake. But I don't think the family's going to reach out to her to discuss it. So I get what you're saying. I get his last wishes are being, and I'm not going to take it away. That's his mother. Like me as a mother that put her child in the ground kind of thing. Like, I'm hoping, you know, not hoping, I guess, but like all I could think about was the day that my daughter passed away. We were on top of funeral arrangements right from the first hour. We were just like, this is what we want for her. This is what, you know what I mean? It's the last thing that I can do for my child, so I'm going to make sure that I do it and I do it well. So I'm kind of hoping that, I guess, his mother gets that feeling in her, like, to fulfill his last wishes as his mother.
Hey, Julie, welcome back.
And that's why I'm like, as someone who's worked in a funeral home and planning funerals and pre-planning funerals, his wishes of what he wanted, because I know that, again, I'm just this economy and money wise, obviously funerals and these things are expensive, and we know that, you know, money is tight, especially in this situation. So the fact that they would choose a burial over cremation, which is what he wanted, is a little saddening. Consider, you know, a cremation, which is what he wanted, is cheaper than a burial, right? So, but I get it. It's just all of us, you know, we got those conversations with Dylan. They might have been hard, but we did get those conversations with Dylan about what he wanted. And we all, I'm sure, want nothing more than to see his wishes fulfilled. Thanks, Pamela, hon. I hope you're doing good, Pam.
I didn't interrupt you. You were saying something really important, and my mom asked me to come downstairs and grab her something to drink.
No, it's all good.
That was nice. That actually did cheer me up a little bit, that lady at the bakery.
Yeah. It's little things, right? It's the little things sometimes.
It is, you know, I didn't want to make this about me, and I still don't, but I had a friend who died when she was 28 from leukemia, and we were really close, and right up until she died, you know? And so for me, this is kind of opening up a already old wound, you know?
Of course. You know, when it comes to cancer hits home to, I think, pretty much everybody. If you've never been hit home by that dreadful disease, I don't know what, you know what I mean? I just think everybody in their own way has come face to face with that in some way or another. So it does open up wounds. It does bring back feelings. It does bring back memories of what you went through when you were dealing with it with someone that you loved or cared for. And it does. It does all the time. This is what I keep saying when it came to me and Dylan having these private conversations and stuff. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it for him. And I feel bad that I couldn't do it for him. But because I looked at this young man and seeing what he was going through it hit so close to home, obviously for me.
Right.
That I just didn't want to be that person to be talking to Dylan about it and then bursting into tears, because I'm just like, I've been there and I know what, so I was just like, I wasn't going to do that to Dylan. I needed to be upbeat and more inspirational for Dylan, and I couldn't promise, and that's for myself, like I couldn't promise him that I would be, because it's all flashbacks to me losing my little girl.
Right. I'm sorry about that too, by the way. And I can't imagine what this is doing to you.
But you know what, Dylan, I had enough issues and enough things in common, I guess, with Dylan. Me and Dylan got to bitch at our pick line stories together. I'm like, okay, well, let's do that. Hello, Danielle.
Good morning.
Hey, Danielle.
Morning.
Good to see you. I, by the way, thought you were going to host last night, so I was planning on stopping any given moment whenever I heard you were going live.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm on night shift, so I'm
Oh.
just getting ready for work now.
Hopefully it goes by quickly.
I hated night shifts. I hated waiting all day to go to work. It's fairly nuts.
Right?
Mine's not technically a night shift. They just call it a night shift because it's from 1 till 9. So.
Oh, Big Daddy David, do you feel better now, honey?
So I was just gonna say something. It's just kind of my opinion. You can whatever. I was listening briefly this morning to some of the shit that went on, and I made the fatal mistake of snooping in Isaac's live, and the absolute vile, disgusting shit those human beings were saying about everybody on this side and about Dylan. I feel in Dylan's, this is just my opinion, don't take it to heart, but when it comes to like the funeral or our little celebration, whatever, and if there's any big conversations, I think we need to make our lives private when it comes to those topics, like any decisions or any things about, because you know what's going to happen. You all know what's going to happen. We're going to be called grifters, scum. I mean, they're already doing it. I mean, Crystal literally said we're disgusting, vile human beings. And he wasn't a kid. He was a full-grown man. And, people die all the time. Like, this is what I got to listen to. So, I don't know. That's just
That's a
my
little
opinion.
off.
Just my
She
opinion.
was in the chat here before she went over there to wanting to come up to offer us condolences, and nobody would let her up. So she went back over there. That's not very nice.
So, anyway, that's just my opinion.
I think that's a very good opinion, Daniel.
Yeah.
Just about the private stuff that we want to do.
I heard we were mourning too much. It was too much.
Oh yeah, we're overdoing it.
You know what? I think he would have loved that. I really do. I think he would have been honored. I think he knew that we would want him to feel honored.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine saying that kind of stuff. Like, if it bothers you that a group of people are sad, just stay away from them. We're already sad. You don't need to come here and poke us and make us upset or get us to lash out or do whatever. Like, that's sick. Just fuck off.
Yeah. And I don't even think it's about the lives that we're hosting. I don't know, because I went to bed super early. I was up so early yesterday and I was in bed by 8 o'clock. But from what I know and heard, I mean, this obviously started last night in Isaac's live, so I don't think it was about any specific live going on. Oh, maybe, I'm not sure. I think there was one live going on somewhere. But yeah, like this all, that side started that hateful shit last night, so
It's okay. I just know that I don't have any need for any of them to be around, so I'll leave
yeah.
it blocked.
And this is my backup, right? Like, this is my backup. So yes, like this morning they were coming in, of course, and they were getting blocked. I know, I don't even know why I offered and asked everybody on the panel when Crystal came in, was requesting up. I'm like, Crystal's requesting, do you want this? And then I'm like, I don't even know why I asked. I was like, no, don't even give her the acknowledgement that she's requesting up. Just fucking, just block her. And then, yeah, so the blocking, I'm sure, has been going on pretty much all morning and all day, because this is the backup.
I know. I just like sorry. All there, but
yeah, it's usually on private. I did take it off private yesterday just so I could share the live.
I don't mind lives like this. I'm just saying, like, when if we're gonna sit down and discuss, like, as a group, anything about a fundraiser or whatever, or donations, like, if we, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything about the celebration of life, because in my opinion, they're just gonna attack us more and more, and somebody's gonna snap, and then it just turns into a big thing, and they're waiting for that. I mean, they were making fun of Julie this morning. They were making fun of this. You know what I mean? And it's never gonna end. And if we keep it on private, especially right now, while emotions are pretty raw, you know, like, just, I don't know. That's just what I'm going to do. I mean, I can't tell anyone else what to do. I just don't want to give them any, like, they're sitting there like vultures just laughing at us and making, you know, it's just, it's vile. And am I shocked? No, not at all.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think anybody's shocked to what they,
you know,
and how they.
Jay was in the comments, and Samantha was watch partying you and going back and forth and saying what people were saying. And Spotted Turtle, I don't know. I mean, I was a little disappointed with her bullshit, but I'll keep that to myself. So
yeah.
Anyway, regardless, that's just kind of my 2 cents. Nobody has to listen to it. I just feel like if we're gonna do stuff, especially with, you know, anything like donations or whatever, you know, they're gonna rip us. They're gonna rip us right apart.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, we're going to be grifting off this poor, you know, like, yeah, I just don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I dealt with it enough with them over Zach. I don't want to hear it, you know, over this subject. It's gross.
Yeah. And I think we are taking that serious too. Like, we've already talked about, like, how we do not want contact or anybody having contact with actual money. It's all about donations directly to a certain website.
I know, but you know what, Jenny, with them, they don't care.
Yeah, I know.
They fabricate it. They'll twist it. They'll turn it. It doesn't matter how precise you are and how, you know, crossing your T's and dotting your I's you are. They're going to find fault. We all know that.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think just right now, while emotions are pretty raw because we just found out, I just don't want to see you guys being attacked or anyone being attacked by that group of scum, because that's what they are, in my opinion, scum. Yeah. So, stuck on that, Samantha. You are vile. I hope you choke on that, you bitch.
Yep.
Yeah, and all, you know, all we're doing is giving them more and more fuel to be vulgar to us. So.
Yeah.
If they want to be vulgar and pick on somebody, pick on me. I don't care. Go ahead. That's all.
Well, I mean, like having a live like this morning, you guys are doing nothing wrong. But I think when it just comes to any details about what we want to do for him, I think we should try and keep it as private as possible. That's all. Because they're just gonna, yeah, you know, it's just gonna be gross. It's already gross. Like some of the shit I heard from them in that panel this morning,
Yeah.
it made me actually sick. It just made me sick.
I know that I came across it before I popped in here, and I was just like, why would you even do that? I didn't watch it long enough because I was just like, I'm going to go in there like a bull on fire, right? So I was like, no, I'll just come in here.
It just made me sad because, like, you know, Jenny's doing nothing but being respectful, but they still twist it, right? You know, and that's the part that just gets me. They still twist it. Doesn't matter how good you try to be, or you know what I mean, like how, and they just still twist it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just like I said, especially just like the private stuff about anything like that. That's all.
Yeah, they really don't need to know. And I like,
And they're not going to
can talk about-
contribute. They're not going to contribute. They're not going. They don't. They're only going to point fingers. You know what I mean? Like even if you just like you said, Jenny, nothing involving money, they're still going to find a way. They're still going to find a way to make you guys or us, all of us, look bad. Like that's just what they do.
Yeah, they want to upset us, so we attack them.
No, you're right. And Pamela's
Just
right.
ball.
They want the drama because as soon as we just said, you know what, fuck them people over there, we said what we had to say, we dropped it, we left it out, and then they dropped it. They were done. They were, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be doing this 24-hour live or whatever. He's been off now for the last 2 hours. Why? Because we stopped giving it to them.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I mean is like, especially when it just comes to anything about a celebration of life or what you guys want to even send donations to, they're just going to twist it. They want the drama, and let's not feed it to them for a change, just for now. Like, I mean, a lot of people's emotions are raw and they're going to attack people like Dosa. I don't know what happened this morning with her. I didn't see it all. She kind of gave me a briefing, but you know, they're just going to clip that kind of crap and just try to make everybody look bad. Because that's what they do. They don't understand the grieving process. And if they do, they'd understand that people are on edge, especially people that were very close with him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, you know, Jenny, as respectful as you can be, that's what those people do. Like that whole thing about, because we call Dylan a kid, right? I mean, Crystal was just put right out by that this morning.
Yeah.
He wasn't a kid. He was a young man. And, you know, and people in the comments, everybody dies sometime, you know, like they were just being, like, I don't understand that way of being. Like, you hate, say, me so much that you would trash on a young man's life over me. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird.
Yep.
And yeah, he is a young man, but a lot of us in this group had children his age. So yeah, a slip there, you know, like, because my son is the exact same age.
Well, and so what if we called him a kid? So what?
Yeah.
Like, why is that so offensive to them that most of us were old enough to be his mother? Or you know, an old sister, a sister, you know what I mean? Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why is it so offensive to them? I know why, because then it makes them look bad because they attack this
It's
individual.
the deflection. It's the deflection. Again,
Exactly.
listen, I'm going to bring it up, and because I was kind of reminded, and I did hear this for myself in Isaac's live this morning. Samantha's talking about her son and wife, you know, pregnant wife coming down from Alberta. They drove all this way, and instead of going to see Samantha first, they chose to go see the grandmother because the grandmother has the cat. And then they went and saw the daughter. Samantha was the last person they waited to go see.
Yeah.
So for you, Samantha, to literally come out and say that again, you know, all this time we're saying karma will come and get you, karma will find you. It's coming.
It is coming for her. And the stuff she said about Dylan, her and Shay, I hope it bites them so hard in the ass they can't sit for a month.
Yep.
Like the vile stuff they said about that young man, Crystal, for your ears, that young man, they should be ashamed of themselves. And Crystal, you sat there and watched Samantha say it repeatedly. You're no better. You're literally no better. So you come in here and want to pass on your condolences? No, you didn't. You wanted to come in here and stir the shit pot up just like you normally do because you think you're somebody now. And then she was mad because nobody was reflecting on what happened last May 24, that we were just solely basing our feelings on Dylan passing. Why do we need to feel bad about what happened? Like, really?
I can't. Oh my God.
It had nothing to do with any of that.
Exactly.
Really?
So why should we, like, make some sense, Crystal? Like, honestly.
I can't listen. I'm sorry, okay, but Danielle, I mean, with your profession, and I did it too, and my mom's been doing it for 30 years. I don't how did she get along in this profession, be the person that she is? I don't get it. I don't fucking.
I don't either. She's obviously one of those ones that the reason people put cameras up in their parents' rooms because they don't trust the care. I'm sorry. You can't say the vile things you say and it not be somewhat part of your actual, like, I know we all have this persona on this app, I guess, or you kind of, like for me, I don't talk a lot about certain things and you probably don't and whatever. We kind of keep some of our personal stuff personal. But man, like, if you're that vile publicly and openly on this app, what are you behind closed doors? How are you behind closed doors? Because I'm telling you,
because like I mean, and Samantha keeps trying to throw that in my face, like, "Well, Jenny was only that PSW for like 2 years or a year." Sorry, she says a year, and then she said that Jenny said that if I was in her care, I'd be the last one to get my shitty diaper changed. I'm like, yeah, I pretty much did say that. I'm like, you know, I said like, it's elderly boom because I think we were all calling her boomers at the time. I'm like, it's boomers like you. I said, with that attitude, you're the last one to get your diaper changed.
But you know what? When I hear that come out of you, if I wasn't as, you know, I guess close to you as I kind of am or whatever, just being in your lives, I'd know that was nothing but sense of humor. Because I know your personality now. I know what you're like. You drop fucking jokes over everything, especially when it comes to schmecks.
Yeah.
So I know that about you. So when I hear that, I know you were joking. They don't, nothing that comes out of their mouth to me is a joke.
No.
Because they're so vile day to day, minute to minute, that it's just not a joke from them.
Yep.
Like somebody, who was it? One of them in the comments literally said, people die every day of cancer. Okay, and what's your point?
Yeah.
Like, again.
And that's
supposed
sad
to soften
and scary. Yeah, that's not.
Supposed to soften the blow, right? Like, what the fuck?
You know, say that to his family or, you know, like Blake or whomever. I mean, Jenny, you lost a baby. I've lost, you know. Yep. Say that to the mother just after they lose it. I dare you to. Like, but don't be a coward. Say it to their face.
Right? Like it's been 17 years since I lost my child, but I dare one of them to come up and say it to my face today.
To your face, not on an app, because they're all brave on an app. Listen, Shay's come after me about Zach saying the most cruel things and the most horrible things, but she would never say it to my face because she knows I'd be in jail and she'd be in the dentist's office.
Yep.
So, like, you don't say that to somebody who just lost somebody.
No.
Like, yeah, we all die. Duh. We're not fucking stupid. Like, I mean, that's obviously a given, but, you know, literally 2 days after he passed away, you guys are spewing about that. Like, we should be ashamed of ourselves because we're upset about it. Like, grow up.
And that just really shows their extraordinary lack of empathy and morals and care. And they don't they're nothing. They have nothing in them. Nothing in them.
No. And to be honest,
it shows too that they didn't realize like how much time we all spent and talked with one another, and you know, like I don't
Well,
know.
maybe they did. Maybe
How
that's
do
why
you-
they're so angry and mad and jealous because you know what? We do pay attention to each other over here. We do care for each other over here.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. I mean, I don't think I don't think anybody would notice if Samantha was not feeling good and wasn't on the app for 3 days. They'd probably be thankful in that group.
Right? Yeah.
So, like, if we all know Mama Laura's kind of feeling off right now and whatever, and everybody's asking about her. That's what we do here, Like,
Well, I'd like to think that we're fairly good friends. Like, we talk more often than I talk to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So, of course. And yeah, it's just the lack of empathy.
It's not brought up in a live every single time, guys, but trust me, we're messaging each other. Everybody's messaging. Like, I always get messages to make sure that I'm okay if I don't go live for a day or two.
well,
All the
that's
time.
exactly because that's what people do. Like, and I mean, Jenny, me and you had a little issue, a year ago or whatever it was. We talked, like, I, sent you a message right away. You know what I mean? Because we're adults. We can talk and move on and like if
Yeah,
people
I
disagree.
don't even remember it. So
Well, it wasn't even. It was just a glitch, and it wasn't even a thing. But I'm just saying the point is I sent you a message. Like we try, like you try and figure things out. Like
yeah.
these circus clowns just like to make fun of everybody and oh, you guys, you're just on an app. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, we are on an app, but that doesn't mean that we didn't make any real connections or that we don't really care for each other. And if you're just hanging out with people a lot that you don't care for, that sounds like a waste of energy, doesn't it? I don't know. Like, life is short. And I understand I'm on
Well,
an app.
to me, it is.
Yeah, very short.
Well,
And I just couldn't
like I
imagine
said,
using all that energy to hurt people and say awful things. And that's not the energy I'm putting out into the world.
no.
Gross.
And
That
I
energy
got
sticks
like
with you. Sorry.
it does. No, don't be sorry. You're right. Like it totally sticks with them. I mean, and I honestly believed in my foolish brain that those three individuals, especially Crystal, because she hangs out with Samantha and Shay, would not be saying anything at this point. I thought they would have some respect and maybe just shut their mouths about this topic. Huh. Yeah, I was wrong.
That's
They
what I
doubled
said
down.
before. I'm just like, would those people, there's been people over there that had things seriously happen to them. And we didn't go over there. We didn't mock them. We didn't trash them. We didn't talk about their situation, anything that's going on. These people couldn't even wait 24 hours.
Nope. Well,
You know?
I've been friends with a few people on this app for a while, and most, some of them definitely stem from Zach's army because, a group of people came together and did a lot for Zach. And one of the individuals, I'm not going to mention a name, he kind of poked fun at Isaac losing his brother. And I was disgusted. And I told them so.
Yeah.
Like, you don't do that. I don't care what, But then, I'm watching him today and his little smug face making fun of everybody. And I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? It just blows my mind, I guess. Like,
Yeah. No.
they couldn't even wait a week, give everybody a week to just kind of settle down. And you know what I mean? Let everybody have their emotions and their moments and their times. And no, they got to go after you right away.
You have the audacity to say in that live to us over here to do better.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what we are. We definitely are better.
Who said what?
Somebody in that live, I think it was Isaac himself, though. I think he's like talking about the live going on over here today. And he's like, those people over there, it was an absolute shit show or whatever, and they need to do better.
Yeah. He kept saying, well, look, I understand people grieve differently, but, like, them freaking out, they need to do better and they need to grow up. And it's just like, okay, if you understand grief, like you say you do, sometimes the first step of grief is to lash out and be very angry. Like, so,
It makes me feel kind of sad because, like, I have had empathy for every person on that panel for something they've gone through,
yeah.
and I have went, they don't deserve that. Like, I have had that, and wow, like, there's just certain things you should leave the fuck alone.
They do, but they don't. Like, they don't care. Like, I got told by Shay that when this first came out, like when Shay's kind of first started coming at me about Zach, one of her first comments was, that happened like so long ago. Like, get over it, basically. And it was just like, he was a baby. When do you ever get over losing a baby? I mean, I haven't gotten over losing my brother, who was not a baby, but I mean, what? Like,
Yeah, no, that's not
really?
no. That's not something you say to anybody that's lost anybody of any age is to get over it. Like, no.
Like, just because you are a cold-hearted cunt, and I'll say it with my full chest, and don't give a flying rat's ass about anyone but yourself, you narcissistic bitch, does not mean other people in this world don't have, a lot of empathy and sympathy for people when they pass away. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It just blows my mind. I think I have now literally met the scum of the earth on this app.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind because I honestly would have never believed people were like this. Yeah.
No.
It's sad because I also think I've met some really good people on this app, right?
100%.
It's just both ends of the spectrum. It's just like, how can you justify doing what you're doing right now? Like, I understand you're hurt or upset about things in your life, or you're offended by this or that, but there's no line. You don't worry about the things that come out of your mouth, and then you can't take back. Like, there's things that they have said they cannot take back, and I'm sure they feel awful about it. But doubling down and attacking everybody else is not going to erase that.
But
Just
that's
leave
the
us
thing,
alone.
though, JD. I don't think they do feel bad about it. I don't think they have any remorse for anything that they say or do. That's the part. It's not in them to care.
Well, I mean, look at Samantha. How many times did she say that about Dylan? Like, I could have understood if she had said that about Dylan once when she was mad and irate and kind of, because we all kind of sometimes say shit out of pocket when we're mad and are really mad. And she was really mad when she said that about Dylan. I hope you choke on your cancer meds. But she doubled, tripled, quadrupled down.
Yeah. And then
So do you think this woman took any pause yesterday when she found out, or today when she found out about Dylan? Do you honestly think she did? I don't.
I don't either. I don't know.
I guess, like, I'm hopeful, right? Like, I hope that it does. She does. Like, I'm.
Well, if she would have, then she would have been in Isaac's live, watch partying you guys and making fun of it.
I'm laughing.
Yeah.
So
That's
she
just
didn't.
So sad.
She literally learned nothing from everything she said about people. She doesn't care. I mean, how many times did she come in and tell me, "Oh, he's not your son. He's not your son. He's not your son." Like, you weren't the mother. You weren't the mother. Like, that's
And you know what,
Samantha is.
Danielle? I'm going to say this. I have a different take on that than everybody else because I think you're a bigger, stronger woman for taking on somebody else's son and treating him like your own.
Oh, but they just like to make fun of the fact that he had an affair on me. Okay,
Yeah,
again,
well,
that wasn't the children's fault.
No. Yeah, and
It was
that
not.
takes a big, strong woman, and I highly respect you for that. You have a gorgeous soul. I'm just
Thank
gonna
you,
say
but like I said, that little baby, when I seen those babies, like, I had no hesitation. It wasn't their fault.
I know.
It was
But
not
a
their
lot of
fault.
people aren't big enough or strong enough to have that view, and that's why you're beautiful.
Wow.
That's what I'm.
I have no regrets, and nobody on this app like Samantha, who obviously is very, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Maybe you can help me out, Jenny. A little distant with her children. What she
Resentful?
says about me doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, you can scream at the top of the mountain. I live in a very small community. Everybody knew my husband had the affair, obviously, because I was toting around the children for 3 years. So there's that. My children accepted it. Like, I don't need any whatever from some woman off an app who doesn't even have her shit together when it comes to her own family.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Yep.
And if it makes, I would rather be painted as a bad person because I took on 2 children from my husband's affair than the person that walked away from those 2 babies while their mom was in rehab and their dad was a mess. So
I know. I'm not trying to like blow smoke up your ass. It's just how I truly feel about you.
well, thank you, and I mean I appreciate it because listen, like I said, I just there's no other words. I love those kids, and I still do. And nothing anybody on this app will ever say or do to make me feel bad about what role I played in that little boy's life.
Yep. Exactly.
They don't know the story.
Yep. That's what I've been saying this whole time when they come at me and how I parent and all this stuff. I'm like, it doesn't fledge me at all. Not one bit.
They don't know your story. They don't know why things they were. And come on, Jenny, regardless, like, I think people on this app sometimes don't even have common sense. Like, you know, when I split up, like, okay, I was obviously married twice because I have children from another marriage. Regardless, when I split up with my boys' dad, they were 10 and 11. I knew at some point they, being boys, would probably want to move in with their dad.
Yeah.
At a very early age, I started trying to prepare myself for my boys to come to me one day and say, you know what, Mom, we love you, but, you know, their dad had lived on a farm. They were little farm boys anyway, right? Like whatever. Yeah. I prepared myself, and it never, ever happened. They ended up never moving to their dads. They were at their dads constantly. We never had any custody agreement because we got along. Yeah. Like, we got along so well. He came to my marriage, to my second husband. Like, he was a good friend. We're still friends. Yeah. And nobody knows that story, and it's nobody's goddamn business. And for me, with you, knowing you have these 3 boys, it doesn't surprise me they're with their dad. Boys are boys.
No.
I didn't judge you because in my head, I looked at my life with my boys and thought, you know what, those boys probably want to be with their dad. I mean, boys like their dad, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they don't love their mother.
No, you got these people over there trying to spin that I left my children in Newfoundland. Bitches, please, they were born here. They're the ones that moved back with their dad to Newfoundland. You know what it means to be close to their grandparents. And, you know, I had it's so dumb.
But that's what people like Samantha do, that they get their paranoia thoughts going or their delusions, and they just want to speak on everybody's behalf about their own life. Yeah. Like, Shay does that all the time. Oh, that's not true. You can tell her a story about your life, and she'll be like, that's not true. Bitch, how do you know? You know nothing about anybody on this app except what you want to know and what you've investigated. Like, she's such a liar and such a... Oh.
We know the truth. We know the truth about these women, and that they will never, ever measure up to the mothers and the women that we are, ever.
Well, like I said,
I don't think it's a competition.
It isn't.
It's not that. You know, I know what my life is. I'm the one living it.
Yeah.
Judge from the sideline if you must. I'm still going to keep on doing what I'm doing. Yeah. Thank you very much.
No, 100%. Like, we don't need to sit here and, have a bunch of strangers affect what they think we're doing as parents. You have no goddamn clue. So you can hold your judgment all you like there, sunshine, but you don't have a clue.
Yep.
So, and like I said, as a mom of boys, the minute you said, Jenny, that your boys lived with their dad, it did not shock me. I was just like, yeah, that sucks being a mom. You have to let go of your boys at some point.
Yep.
Because it did. I mean, I worked myself up so bad. Like, the nights I go to bed bawling my eyes out going, they're going to leave me one day, like, oh my God, and I mean, fortunately, we live very close to each other, so it's not like I wouldn't have seen them,
Yeah.
But I still had to work myself up not to have my boys there 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I said, thankfully, it didn't happen. But, man, when you're in a divorce situation, it happens.
Yeah.
And life has different choices and different things, right?
And different. Well, that's it.
They don't have to live with the result of the choices. Why are they judging it? How does it affect their life, what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Why do you need to discuss it? You want to know what I'm doing? I'm in my pajamas, walking around in circles, talking on an app right now. Pretty interesting. Get the rumors started.
Well, why is it so important for them to know what Jenny's children are doing? Like, what is it? Why?
Yeah. And then feel the need to carry on and dox them and dox their location, dox their dad,
Yeah.
dox my maiden name and all that stuff. It's just like, why? Why? What's the point? Is doxing them going to prove that I'm a bad mother or something? Like, what's your point here?
Regardless, like again, and even if they found out some big juicy whatever, at the end of the day, what does that do for their lives? Like,
Yeah.
who cares?
Right?
Like,
Like,
they're
what's
not
so interesting? Mhm.
like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
Yep. And that's why none of anything that they said about me and my parenting has ever bothered me for
No, and it shouldn't.
because I know the truth and I know my story and I know my life. You know what I mean? They don't. It does. Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm the same. They don't know anything about me. They know what the bits and pieces. And it's really sad that a bunch of women who have probably, had heartbreak in their life or a boyfriend that cheated on them or, we all go through that as women, like, and men. You had even in your teenage years, if you have to reach that far back in your life to remember what it's like to be cheated on, they forgot the important part that I took on 2 babies that really needed some love and help. No, they're just focused on your husband cheated on you. Ha 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 ha.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Like you find that amusing? Well, okay, good for you, weirdos. But like to me, you think you'd be more focused on the good of it, and the good of it was I was blessed with Zach and Kathleen, and still am blessed with Kathleen. So
Yep.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what you guys thought. Some aha moment. Like it wasn't a shock. We were married for 16 years. The babies
Yeah.
were like Zach was 3. Like I didn't even have to tell you that he cheated on me for you to figure it out there, you bunch of twats. Like, oh my God. But you're so focused on that kind of crap that you miss out the best part. And that's on them. Like, I don't care.
Yep.
I got the best of both worlds, to be fair. I got Zach and Kathleen for 3 long years, and it was beautiful. And I'm so grateful for it.
Yep. Yep. Because above all, you made sure those kids were happy the best that you could.
Oh,
They were
I got
proud.
to see Kathleen. I got to see Kathleen walk for the first time. Not her mother. I put on her first birthday. Not her mother. I put on her second birthday. I put on Zach's second and third birthday. I took care of those babies day in and day out. I have no regret.
Yep.
None. So, like, if that offends them, I don't know why it would.
Yep. I'm like, if my husband were
I don't know. Go.
if my husband were to remarry and remarried someone like you, Daniel, I'd be so fucking blessed. I'd be like, listen, you know what I mean? There's another wonderful woman in my children's life. I'm not going to bash her out of jealousy or whatever it may be. I'm going to be thankful that someone's going to be there for my kids. Not because I'm not or I am or whatever.
Well, and
It's
here's
just-
right. But here's the other thing. This is the part of the story that again I don't talk about all the time, and it's not that I hide it, but like their biological grandma, like the mom's mom, she and me to this day talk all the time. She was so happy I was there for those little ones when she couldn't be because she's older and she couldn't, take them both on quite as easy, and
yeah.
she was so happy that they had some stability.
Yeah.
Like so, the only ones offended about it are the people on the internet. Like it just blows my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? Let them live in their offensiveness and being offended for absolutely nothing and be miserable. Fuck you guys. You guys are doing it to yourself. Literally doing
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you gotta wonder how miserable of a life you have, Samantha, that you are on this app immediately when you get up and you're just looking for drama and you're just looking for someone to yell and scream at. Like, that's got to be a sad, sad little pitiful life, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's been so quiet without her and them for the last little bit. It's been so nice not to hear from them. But I knew this morning when they started popping off, I knew it was going to be all bad.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah, it's just a strange time to come out of the woodwork.
Right? Like when someone came in and said, okay, they're watch partying you, and I'm just like, what do you mean watch party? There's nothing to watch party. We're talking about our friend. We're talking about, you know what I mean? And I just couldn't fathom it. I'm like, what is there to watch party? Meanwhile, they're over there literally fucking just laughing it off.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't get it.
That's
It made
pathetic
zero
as
sense to me.
fuck. The fact that anybody would host live watch parties, sit in that panel and stuff just to watch a group of people talk about their friend that passed away, like, and just to laugh and like, how pathetic of a life do all of they have? They're
100%.
so fucking sad.
Twisted. It's twisted, man. It's totally twisted. And they, you know, they're the evil ones. We're all evil over here. Yeah, I didn't see you guys in your, I don't know, kindness, if that's what you want to say you people are, ever reach out to Dylan and try and help him or see if he needed anything or send him stuff or, you know, I didn't see you guys doing it, and you had every opportunity.
Yeah, no, they were more worried trying to prove that it was all fake and nothing was real. So it's just.
Well, that's what I mean, but they're saying we're the evil ones? Like, really? Is that, like, how does your brain work?
Yeah.
Like, it makes no sense to me. Like I said, okay, yeah, he had a falling out quite obviously with Shay and Samantha and Ash and a few of them. But people like, you know, Isaac and other people, Schmitty, like any of them, where you guys could have reached out to the young guy.
No.
But no.
And even the ones that had an issue with him, they only had an issue with him because he was pleasant with us. We were friends with him. He was friends with us. We supported him. That's the only issue that they had.
That is it. Like, they don't take into account that, like, Julie, for instance, actually met him. You know, Samantha met him. And look what she said about him. They live in filth. They're young kids. They live in filth. They're disgusting. Like, she went off for days about that.
Yeah.
Like, nobody else, you know, like, but we're the bad ones. Like, please make that make sense to me, because that's the part I just don't get, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like Shay trying to prove he was, what did she say the one day? A little cancer boy playing the victim.
The token.
Really, Shay?
Yeah.
Like, really, Shay? Like, you're okay with that coming out of your mouth? Like, seriously, you're okay with that? Okay. Well, enjoy that. Like, but we're the bad ones. Okay. That's cool. I could give a flying rat's ass what Shay and her crew or Samantha and her crew ever think about me, because I know my truth. You guys know your truth. I don't care what they think.
Yeah, no, me neither. No.
I just would have thought they would have had a little decency to not do this shit as it's just fresh, right? But am I surprised? No, I'm not.
No.
So. I hope Dylan, if there's anything, like, you know, any truth to, like, ghosts, I hope he goes to each and every one of their homes and at 2 a.m. turns on their TV 12 bucks.
Right? Yep.
Just every morning at 2 o'clock in the morning, turn their TVs on. Just fuck them right up.
Yep. No.
And then he can sit there and giggle while they're wandering around their house going, what the hell? What my TV
I kind of hope that. Like, you know, if there's a crossing over into heaven, I'm just like, listen, Dylan, like, let him have a few days just to kind of be in between so he can go and ghost him, do little things that he wants that would satisfy his little heart, and then just then go on to into the light.
Yeah, right? Like, that would be the beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I think it would be. I mean, I'm not the kind of person that wants harm done to them in any way, stress, but
Yeah.
I think it would be funny. I think that would, like, they'd be sitting there wandering around their house at 2 in the morning going, what the hell happened
Right.
here?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Or turn all the lights on in the house. Do something funny that just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Turn off their alarm clock.
Yeah, so they're late for work.
Just be a bother in some way.
Yeah. And listen, I don't know if I believe in that stuff, but it's funny because my sister-in-law, when my brother passed on, every week, once a week, without fail, her dryer would turn on in the middle of the night. And she swore it was him just trying to get to her, like, because he was a jokester, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, to this day, we still giggle about it, and I don't know if there's truth to it, but I could see my brother doing it,
Yeah.
Like, she'd be laying in bed, and all of a sudden she hears the dryer turn on. She was like, what the hell's going on?
Right. Yep.
Because, yeah, he was a prankster, so I could see him doing that to her.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe in that stuff. I remember shortly after my daughter died, quite a few things had happened. Quite a few things. And some of it was from my nephew, who was the same age as my daughter. And so, of course, they were playmates for everything, right?
Yeah.
And the stories that he was just throwing, they were down on the beach one day and he just starts throwing rocks, but he's throwing rocks at this random fucking place. Like, what? Like, not in the water. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? He's like, I'm throwing rocks at Cyan, talking about my daughter.
See? And that's strange because Kathleen, after Zach passed, I would hear her in the toy room. She'd be playing and she'd be like giving him heck. She'd be like, Zach, give me that back.
Yeah.
And my hair would just stand on end. I was just like, what is going on?
Right. And then there was like another day down on the playground because, of course, like they were young. They were still under 2. And my nephew had his bottle of milk and they were on the playground and he just ran over and he just left it on the slide or whatever. And his mom's like, well, get your milk. He's like, no. He's like, that's for Cyan. I gave it to Cyan. And so,
Aww.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they sometimes can think or see. I don't know. I really truly believe they feel it or sense it or see it. I don't know.
Yeah. Like they say, children are so pure, right? So they're going to see more than what we see.
Well, and like I said, I many a time she would be fighting with them about giving the toy back or here's Zach, you take this toy. Like she was having full blown conversations with them, and it just used to blow my I would just I don't know. My hair would stand up. I was just like, is this happening? Like it was so yeah.
Yeah.
It was very different.
I definitely believe in things happening in the afterlife kind of thing. So I definitely, yeah. So if there is any hope, Dylan can come back and do
You see some. Yeah. Well, like I said, I just, I'm going to miss that guy. His laugh used to make me laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I just think we just need to honestly ignore anything that comes from that side and just focus on our little group, that everybody's okay and everybody's getting through this and it's going to be okay. So, yeah.
I think, yeah. And we all, like over here, we all got each other. We're supporting each other. We all have different feelings and emotions over here, but we're all supporting it. It's just, we're going to talk about our friend and we're going to support each other that way.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink gallons of coffee today because I deserve anxiety. That's what I've been feeling like. Oh, let's make another pot.
Pissy hasn't been around enough to harass you. Pissy's MIA.
Oh, I thought I saw him a little bit there for a moment.
It's been quite some time.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, unless you want me to go away so he'll appear.
No, but I think it's just
okay.
maybe that's where your anxiety is coming from. Like the threats and
Oh.
stuff have kind of been on the down low, and it's just uneasy for you.
Oh, maybe. I'm like, I'm on guard. I'm waiting for something to happen.
Right?
Maybe.
Calm before the storm or something. I don't know.
The next will be an axe to my taco. You know.
Right? Okay, girls, well, I'm almost at work, so I better get my brain.
Oh, boy.
All right. Have
Switch
a good
over.
day.
Yeah, you guys take care.
You too,
Yeah,
love.
be safe.
Bye.
Oh,
So it's what, 1 o'clock there?
it is almost.
That time.
It's almost 2:30 here.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you eat and take care of yourself in the ways you're supposed to?
I did. Yep.
Oh, good.
I made, that flakes ham stuff, sandwich mix meat or whatever. I made some like chicken salad type thing, and I put it on a croissant and ate 2 of them. So I'm good. Yippers. And then I don't know if I kind of feel like I would nap, but kind of like out of habit maybe. I don't know, because I was up at 3:30 yesterday morning. And I stayed up the whole day, no nap, no nothing, because obviously we found out what we found out. And I was in bed by 8 o'clock last night. 8 o'clock, I was out, and I slept right up until my boyfriend's alarm went off, and I was just like, okay.
I wish. I do not sleep. I wish I slept.
Yeah. No, I like 8 to 5:30 for me, that's a lot. That is a lot. That's almost double time of what I'm used to.
Yeah. That's why, like, a lot of the time I'm up when you guys like start, and I'm like, okay, but it's like 3 or 2:30 in the morning sometimes. I'm like, no, I gotta go and lay down and have a nap.
But I had fucking Kenny on my ass this morning to start as soon as possible. Like, he needed someone to fucking keep him company. I'm like, dude, I'm coming. He's like, but you said you're up at like 3:30, 4 o'clock. I was like, I am, but I don't go live at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, it's bad enough I do 7:30.
Pamela is acting like piss for me. Good job.
Oh, yeah. You have to write "eat it" in capital letters, just with a couple of exclamation points to make it really hurt.
Yeah, and make sure you say I'm evil at least 3 times.
Right. Oh, well, hello, Hand-Aid.
Oh.
Welcome to thy live, Almighty One.
Yeah, it's not much of a live left.
Or fucking Kenny on the Hand-Aid. Jesus. I was trying to distract them to try and figure out who N8 was. So I just kept talking about her tits.
I think that's the best solution, is to talk about end hate's tits.
Yep.
I think that would end hate, actually. Just fucking whip out those titties.
Yep. They were just there trying to figure out who she is. And I'm like, N8 has great tits. But poor Kenny is a little... he's a little nervous with N8. N8 really makes him nervous.
Yeah, I know. Too bad.
Yeah.
Just have to tolerate it.
Yep.
It's like, we've told you, and hate.
I'm dead. JD, you're muted.
I know.
Okay.
My batteries are dying in my earphones anyway, so.
Oh, I was like, as soon as I saw it, it said moderator Pam muted you. I just done. I was like, wow, she's really doing it. And then
It's all good.
Pamela, Pissy would never say I'm sorry. You can't do it like that.
Never in a million years.
That was funny though. That got me. I'm like, yeah, she doesn't usually cut herself off and mute herself, but
I saw it as soon as it happened. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I saw you just cut off, and then the notification was there, and I was done. I'm gone. I was like, do 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 do. Oh, 2:30. So I got an hour of quiet time left.
Yeah, you should watch your soap.
I should. I don't know. I'll pass out though. I'll turn it on and poof. 2 minutes later, I'm out like a light. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should just jump in the shower first.
Oh, yes. Yes. Hygiene. That's a good idea.
Well, hygiene is very good. Yep. Yippers.
All right. Well, I'll let you go.
Alrighty. You have many cups of coffee. Enjoy them. Oh, okay. Bye, Pamela. Bye, Janet. I don't think there's that many people left in here, so good timing, good timing. I will talk to you all later.
Don't want to fight for their country anymore, you know? That's a problem. People they just don't want to fight for their country. God damn. It's actually it's sad. Cause this should have been okay, we gotta play that one video one more time. That shit is fucking awesome. Is this it? I think this is it.
Happening on my Facebook page. All right, everyone, Big Bear here. So what you can see happening on my Facebook page is I'm putting lists of things.
That's not it. I think it's the next one. Fuck, this video is so awesome.